with Aving Amukasa, and of course in conversation about Sophie Boat, which is something that y'all need because first of all, sometimes we usually want to ask these questions about sex education or stuff like that. Just the other day we were asking the sex ed questions, and not so many people are open to having that conversation. But sisi ni nani hapa hivi sasa in studio having is in studio to just talk about Sophie Bot, which is his invention, and of course a bot that answers questions sex education. So kama uko pale nje, make sure that you get to tune in, ask your questions using the hashtag morning fix.
Absolutely. You can tweet us at NationFMKE, at Mariam Bishar,
at Brian_Aseli.
Irving, what's your Twitter handle?
At I am Mukasa.
I am Mukasa.
I am Mukasa.
Alrighty. I wanted to ask you about the developments in AI over the last few years and how they've impacted, Sophie Bot, probably for the better, because some leaps have been made. Tell us about that.
Awesome. Funny enough, when he started on this journey, the tech we're using right now didn't exist. Okay, I don't get too technical, but then the tech the state of the art tech then was being used for translation services, something called LSTM. Do not ignore that word. But then the tech has evolved. I have to mention this paper, and the best advances are happening at the edge most of the industry, and it's communicated through academic papers. So I had to start reading academic papers, and there was one paper that was dropped around 2017 that's called "Attention is All You Need." It's a funny name, but then it's how specific improvement can be made to AI models to specifically understand sequential data, especially conversations.
Yes.
And from then on, before even ChatGPT was released, GPT was released, the general purpose transformer. So that technology improved, and it made it easier for us to understand human language. Natural language has been hard for AI to understand. Before that, we were very good at photos. Like even Google Photos can classify your selfies and all that.
Yes.
It wasn't really good at understanding languages. That was the point where AI systems started understanding language. The most exciting improvement is we deployed SophieBot, the new version of SophieBot, around June last year.
Yeah.
And then in November, ChatGPT dropped, and then another hype cycle around bots. So it's good in that people are getting interested in bots again and seeing how better they are from when we are at 2016.
Yeah. Let's talk cybersecurity and privacy.
Yeah.
When you tie it to bots, how sure are we that there is safety in the kind of information we share and the kind of questions we ask? Is it there to just improve your research, or is it there to just definitely stay protected in that our information cannot be used, or personal information cannot be used?
So this changes from company to company. So most bots out there let you set up an account or just talk to the WhatsApp bot or whatever channels they have. For Sophie Bot, for us, anonymity is at the paramount. We want to make you feel as comfortable as possible to ask your question. So we've gone to great lengths to not collect data that we then have to protect. And when you tell Sophie Bot your name, the developers did not let me remember personally identifiable information. So for us, anonymity is paramount. There's some channels where you get personal information, on our WhatsApp number, on our SMS number, and we keep track of conversations, but then we don't tied to the number. We can get questions all on the other end and get all of that. That thing is, users at any time can delete their conversations on Sophie Bot. So this shifts company to company. There's one regulation out there called GDPR that all companies have to apply to, but then that's the base level. For us, we take an extra level after that.
Given that these are the questions and the conversations that are being had with Sophie Bot are around matters health, what kind of regulation goes into that? Because at the end of the day, Sophie Bot is, she's trained with a set of data, but she's not a doctor, right? Yes. So how do you regulate that? And also, what are the disclaimers for people who are getting on, and they're they want to ask a few questions here and there?
Oh, awesome. In this case, they aren't as much regulations as in we have a Data Protection Act. We have something called HIPAA for patient records. We don't fully fit into that space, so it's up as an organization to regulate how we handle that. But then our partners also help us with that. So UNFPA are a core partner in our organization. All our answers we don't author answers from scratch. Like if we can have a peer mentor curriculum, all the answers are from there. We don't make promises we can't keep. So people can't diagnose diseases. Yes, you can ask symptoms of a disease, but then you can't give us symptoms and so people to diagnose. So
Okay.
those-
So
it's
you
us
can
being
say, I'm
responsible.
feeling feverish. Niko nasikia malaria, Sophie. What's going on? Yeah. Okay.
Malaria.
That's the Kenyan way to say it. Okay. Yeah.
So the funny thing is, like 2 years ago, there was a blog that says Sophie Bot wants to replace your doctor. No, we do not want to do that. It's just answer your questions on sexual health.
People are scared because it learns from itself. People are scared that with AI, it's self-improving. I think that's why people are mostly scared about this kind of invention.
Yeah. We'll get back into allaying those fears in just a little bit. We've got some Nikita Kering and Calligraph Jones with the remix to X. Then we'll take a look at the roads, of course, which are hectic, I'm sure. But let us know how it's looking where you're at Nation FM KE, at Mariam Bishar.
At Brian _Aseli.